Hi, I'm back again. This morning I need to make a batch of paste for the day's work, actually the week's work, and I thought it's a good opportunity to show you how I make paste, specifically cornstarch paste, which is, one of my adhesives of preference. There are a number of reasons why. Once you get the hang of it, it's very easy to make, so it's not a time-consuming thing where you have to, simmer something for like half an hour. The resulting paste has really nice working characteristics. It lasts kind of as long as you'd expect paste to last. Winter, maybe 4 or 5 days. In the summer, maybe 3 days. But it's so easy to make, you just throw it away and make another batch. Cornstarch that you buy at the store. Obviously, there are other, starches and flours that will produce, acceptable paste. So this is not value judgment. This is just what I like. And so I'm going to show you. So I have a bowl here. I'm going to pan the camera over so you can see what's going on. It's the phone. It's not a camera. Well, it's a camera on a phone. Okay. So there's my paste bowl, paste paddle. Cornstarch. The other nice thing about this is there are no fixed measurements. I'm going to take, that's 1 paddle, 2 paddles. You add, to the dry cornstarch, you add just enough cold water, until when you stir it, you get no resistance. And this is one of the things that makes it work. You can see how it really doesn't want to do much. The downside is if you add too much cold water initially, the paste won't gel. So you want to, as I'm doing here, you can see how it's resisting. Oh, back. Okay, still pretty stiff. You want to add just enough cold water. That may be too much. So that you don't get any resistance. So the paddle doesn't feel any resistance when you stir it. There we go. See, all of a sudden it'll kind of let go. So there is the initial slurry. At this point, you want boiling water, and you're going to pour it in a steady stream at the same time you're stirring. And this takes a little bit of practice to get the hang of it. You'll probably, waste a couple of bowls until you get it, but it's worth it. So I'm going to stir, and I'm going to pour. Steady stream, fairly fast, don't stop. Until it starts to gel, and then you keep stirring. You can see it as it starts to, kind of all the little starch particles start to burst. Keep stirring. Oh. And this is what you get. Well, this is actually pretty good. Sometimes it'll come out much thicker, and in that case, at this point, you want to add a little more hot water until you get the consistency you like. This is a good brushing consistency for laying paste downs, or, pretty much anything. Now, as it cools, it will firm up. So that's why we add a little bit extra water now. Excuse me. If you make paste wash for doing tooling on leather bindings, this is a time to pull a little bit of this out and make your paste wash, because it's just really lovely. Now, the only thing left to do is to cover it. You could probably use, plastic wrap. I just put a paper towel down. Normally I wet the paper towel ahead of time, but since my water's somewhere else, I'll just do this. This is not water, or this is, yeah, right. It's not wine, this is water. And it's done. So again, after a couple of practice runs, you should be able to get it. If you don't stir, if you don't pour fast enough, we'll move this back up, you run the chance of lumps in the paste. If you pour too fast or too long, it won't gel. And you probably, I've tried to, stick it in a double boiler and continue to cook it, but you might as well just, toss it and make another batch, because that's all it takes. All right, that was all I wanted to say. So good luck with your paste, and I will be back at some point in the near future. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.